summer, it's a beautiful day. Here we are at Hampton Downs for the Motul Honda Cup. Let's go talk with Alan Stewart and find out what's been happening with the series since last time we spoke with him. So here we are, round 3. Some stuff's happened since we talked last time. Tell us what's been happening.
Practice on Friday. Shane Aitana had some overheating issues which he took the car back to Cambridge and they gave it a quick rebuild, so he was back here for qualifying.
This weekend has been a bit of work for you.
Sure has been. We were here on Friday testing. We only got out for probably 10 minutes and filled the motor with water, so we had to pull the motor down on Friday night and fix it up.
And now things are good?
No, we only just trying to get through the weekend and then we pull it back out on Monday and fix it up again for Mansfield.
So you've had a bit of a challenging year mechanically this year.
I sure have. Things don't always go smoothly, I guess that's motor racing, isn't it?
And so I guess as a driver it's quite difficult because you're doing the work on the car yourself. I mean, how's that turning around and then getting back in the seat?
It's pretty full on, but then I guess I wouldn't have it any other way. This is the part of the fun, isn't it? Do all the work yourself and you'll be a bit more prouder when you actually win a race or you do well for the weekend.
How does a car compare against some of the other cars?
Yeah, it's pretty fast,
Had a good day yesterday, good weather. I was getting a little hot in the afternoon. I think track temperature's up to around the 40, which is stretching the medium compound tyre a little. Yeah, Shane Aitana and Osborne were out the front and challenging Mark Walters for his place. So the first race yesterday, Mark finished third, Mitch Osborne was first. So yeah, it's a battle on for the front of the field now.
Excellent, thanks. Qualified third and then third yesterday in the first race and reversed top 10 today, started 8th and got through to third again. So happy with that. Yeah, car's good. Year's gone exceptionally well for me really. So I guess some others in the class and some slightly faster cars have had some drama. So yeah, leading the class, leading the series at the moment. They're eating into my lead this weekend, however, but we'll still come away with the lead in the end, I hope. Yeah.
Over the 3 rounds, what's been the real standout for you amongst some of the drivers that are coming through and some of the ones at the front?
We've had a lot of guys this year done engine modifications off season and they're starting to get their head around it. I think Mitch Osborne's been a standout, with his speed. He's consistently quick and now he's getting some reliability. He's really showing the guys what can be done if you drive the car well.
First time we've really had a good punt on some new rubber and stuff like that. Had a really good run through qualifying, continued that through race run yesterday and then race 2 this morning, had another good run, so looking forward to the handicap this afternoon.
So that'll mean you'll be running right off the back?
I will be right off the back, yeah, last to leave, probably in the car park. The guys all out here, they all own their own cars, they all spend every week doing them up, getting them ready, so there's no really silly moves or anything that goes on. It is still close, hard racing. It's all about car placement really and just being careful where you go through and where you make the move.
So you've come into this class from racing elsewhere, or what's the background?
Yeah, we did quite a few years in karts before we came through. Started in that when I was 5.5, through midgets, cadets, and progressed through the ranks. Had a good run through those. Had a bit of a hiatus in the teenage years, as they do, and then we went down to the Springs and ran a TQ down there for a couple of seasons. Really enjoyed that. Then went back to karting, but we found, maybe a little bit old now, should have maybe moved on. Competing at that top level does get really expensive. We're looking for something else. This happened to pop up on Trade Me, quite a good buy. Bought it, ran it, loved it. Took out our first season in the 1600 class and absolutely loved it. And then since there the bug took on and the money goes in. At the moment, we're just trying to get back on the top step. We did have 2 DNFs in the last 2 rounds, which really hurt our championship. But if we can go away this weekend with a clean sweep, we should be back on the top by the end of the weekend.
I've been chasing this character here and almost pipped him on the line. He got me by about half a door length, so I was a bit cheesed off about that. But other than that, it's good. Yeah, no, we picked up a few spots. It's great.
Yeah, not bad. A few improvements to the car since the last round, and they all seem to be getting me time out on the track. So it's nice to see your hard work turn into time on the track.
I'm in the H2, which is 16 to 1800 cc. Steve's in H. Well, you're N1, aren't you?
N1, yeah. I'm with the new entrants.
Yeah. So, but most people now are moving up to 2-litre engines, which is putting them into what we call H3, which is a different class. But at my age, I can't justify doing that, so I'll just plod on an H2. Yeah.
Hey,
Improve things.
you're not that old.
I'll get my gold card this year, so I'm getting pretty old. Yeah. But that's all good.
You're not the oldest here, though, eh?
No. There's Mr. Wilson down here. I think he's approaching 70. And he's still really, really fast. So I can't, and he's in my class too, which is kind of sad. I just can't get near him. But anyway.
When I turned 60, I took it up, and I'm 68 now. So about 8 or 9 years.
And you're getting quicker each year?
About the same. I think I got quicker for 5 or 6 years, and then I think it's just become a bit static after that. We're running an H2, which is 1800cc cars. It was a 1600 car originally, and we stroked it to an 1800 after the first 4 years, and trying to compete with the big boys.
And how are you going?
Well, a couple of years ago I won it outright, but everyone's picked up the pace and we're sort of running in the top 10. That's about as good as we can do now with the 1800.
And so tell us, how's the weekend gone for you?
Pretty good. We didn't qualify that well, but Jason beat me in the first race. I was second, and I beat him in the second race, and he was second. So which leaves me a couple of points ahead of him still. Both didn't missed around for various reasons, and the battle's on really.
Are you quite a good cook?
No, I don't think so. This is my quality sausage. But then you look at the other side.
So is this something that you normally do for Honda?
No, normally Gary Wilson does it, but we thought this year we'd give him a bit of a break. Him and Glennis, they've been doing it for every year since I've been racing. We thought we would kind of take over and let them enjoy their weekend.
These cars are really quick around here. The fastest guys are going around in what sort of times?
Doing 10s and 11s yesterday. So we've found that as we've learnt to work the Hankook tyres, that the front cars here are running as fast as the old V8s were. And most of it's to do with the cornering speed. The cars are carrying incredibly high cornering speed. We can't make the 1600 cars as fast as the 2.5 litres, but we do try and compress the field. And so each class of H1, H2, H3 and 4 has a minimum race weight, and there's factored into these the width of the front tyre. So as you'll see in the race, there's got 1800, 2-litre and 2.4-litre cars all racing door handle to door handle, and they're equalised primarily by the weight.
Racing's been very good. It's been very close though. We've got a bunch of racers who are all within probably 0.5 to 0.6 of a second of each other on lap times. So it's very, very competitive out there. You make a mistake, then you're going to get penalised for it, and it's very hard to catch it up again. This is H3 class, which is 2-litre, under 2-litre. So I've got a K20A engine, which is a transplant out of an EP3 Civic with a 6-speed gearbox out of the same vehicle. And it's a perfect match for the DC2. The DC2 chassis is probably best handling chassis in the whole lineup, and with that engine and gearbox combination, it makes it a very competitive car. My engine's factory standard, but despite being down as much as 15 or 20 kilowatts on other cars that have had a bit of work, it seems to be able to keep up in a straight line with the others. So I think I've got a good one out of the box, luckily.
There's also a father and son team with a very young driver. Tell us about that.
They've done exceptionally well for a 16-year-old to step into a high-powered car, had no saloon experience, done exceptionally well running in the top 10.
I like go-karting. I still do. I won the Pro Kart Championship in 2016, and I'm going to do some this year as well. I kind of always wanted to do car racing, and we found this Honda up for sale, and then we got it up to race spec. It's a very good class. Everyone's really helpful. I've been having a couple problems with the surge tank, and people always coming up trying to help. It's a really good community. Well, I've never really worked on a car before, so this is a new experience for me.
So the first race was a reverse top 10, and then what are we going to see?
So the last race today, we're going to a full handicap, and in theory, if we do it right, everyone should cross the finish line at an identical time.
Another successful day out here at Hampton Downs, so tell us what were some of the highlights?
Well, we had a great weekend. The weather's been really kind to us. In fact, I think it got a little hot this afternoon. Yeah, I think the drivers who we expected to come to the front have come to the front at the start of the weekend. Mitch Osborne drove really well. Shane Haitana got his car sorted. And I think the handicap racing showed that possibly a couple of the fast guys tried a little too hard in the weekend and had some mechanicals in race 3. Good to see that some of the N1 cars up the front in the handicap race and really made a good gap at the start and finished right up in the front.
So do we know who won the weekend?
No, not yet. No, that's my job. I have to go home now and do the points.
Mitch was saying that he had a bit of a problem and he got his car caught in third gear, so that would have really hurt him.
Yeah, I was watching it from the commentator's room and it sounded like he was pulling big rears but not big speed, and lap times around the 120, so I think he finally decided that it was best to pull out rather than blow the car. 3 weeks time we're down to Manfield with the IRC for our 4th round.